You just turned a pen. The blank is shaped perfectly, and then you apply the finish, and it just doesn't look right. Most pen makers don't spend enough time on the finishing process. Well, today, we're going to fix that.
Hi, I'm Barry Gross, the pen turning teacher, and today we're going to show you the complete pen finishing guide. Not just CA, not just wax and oils, everything. Organized by what you actually need. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which finish is best for you. Before you choose a finish, ask yourself these 3 questions. Question 1, do you want a high gloss finish or do you want a warm feel that looks natural? Question 2, how durable do you really need it to be? Is it going to be an everyday carry pen that's going to live in someone's pocket? Or is it going to be a showpiece that lives on someone's desk? Question 3, what is your pen blank made of? If it's going to be near food, that's going to change your options for finishing. Once you've answered those questions, we're going to match a finish to your specific pen blank.
Keep in mind, the finish amplifies what's there. Every scratch under a gloss finish will show up. So if sanding isn't right, no finish is going to save you.
First on the list for finishing are oils. Oil is the easiest finish to apply and reapply. It's great for natural woods, burls, anything with a lot of character. Oils will leave a natural finish, satisfying to the touch. Mahoney's Utility Oil penetrates the wood. It doesn't sit on top and build a film. It feeds the wood from the inside. The result is a warmer appearance, a warm feel in the hand, and that sense that you're actually touching the wood rather than a coating on top of it. Apply it, let it soak in, wipe off the excess, then use a folded paper towel to buff it. And if it wears down over time, reapplication is just as easy. No stripping, no prep, just the oil and a cloth. Mahoney's Utility Oil and Food Safe Plus are both food safe options, important for anything that touches food. If that's your primary concern, these two are a great starting point. Next on the list is wax. Wax is fast and easy to apply. It gives you a warm appearance and a soft feeling that suits natural wood beautifully. However, there are 2 things that are happening in this category, and knowing the difference matters. The first group, Triple E Ultra Shine, Yorkshire Abrasive Wax, and Yorkshire Microfine Wax. These 3 are polished waxes. They work as a cleaner and polishing compound combined with wax. What that means practically is they help you finish sanding sooner. You don't have to go all the way through all your grits before these take over. They remove fine scratches and leave a wax finish at the same time. The second group is your protective group, wax stick and traditional wax. These are film finishes. They lay a protective coat on top of the wood. The benefit here is waterproofing. That film resists moisture in a way that polished waxes don't. The honest trade-off with all wax applied products is that it wears off over time. The good thing is you can reapply it at any time when you want. Shellac friction polishes are in the middle of our finishing spectrum, more durable than wax once it cures, and it gives you a brighter, glossier result than wax alone. As with any shellac friction polishes, you're going to have to shake these up to make sure that it hasn't separated. Shake it up really good, and you see the difference now. Place a drop on a folded paper towel with a lathe spinning. Apply substantial pressure. Let your friction do the work. 1 coat, 2 coat, 3 coats are enough to build a beautiful sheen. I make sure it's fully dry before you handle the piece. Rush it and it won't cure properly. One thing to know about friction polishes is you have to apply them on the lathe. You can't just brush them on and walk away. But that's also what Shellac Wax Cream can do. You can put it on or off the lathe. After friction polish, follow with a wax top coat for protection. The polish opens the surface up beautifully, the wax closes it down and locks in and protects it further.
Lacquer finishes have a mixed reputation in pen turning. Not because lacquer is the wrong finish, it's just because lacquer takes a longer time to finish the pen. Lacquer gives you a semi-gloss natural wood look that is genuinely beautiful. It's a warm, durable, traditional finish. The process is 2 steps. Start with a cellulose sanding sealer. 1 base coat. This fills the grain and gives you a foundation. Once dry, sand it back smoothly. Then apply the melamine lacquer in thin coats, 3 to 5 coats total. Let each dry fully before the next. My honest take, if you're making pens for everyday use, a lacquer finish might work for you. However, if you want something to last for decades in your pocket, then I recommend and use a CA finish. It lasts the longest and it's easy to apply once you get the technique down. CA coats and encases the blank in a protective shell that cures to a glass-like finish. That's where the durability and superior gloss come from. There is a full step-by-step guide for a CA finish on this channel, so I'll put the link below so you can check on it later. When CA is not applied properly, it may cause blooming, that whitish haze that shows up on your finish and won't buff out. This is one of the CA complaints we hear, and it almost always comes down to one of 3 things. First thing, applying too much CA. My personal sequence is 6 coats total. 2 coats of thin first. This penetrates and seals the surface. Then 2 coats of medium. This builds up the body of the finish. Then 2 more coats of thin CA to smooth it out. When too much CA is applied at once, the glue can't cure evenly. The second cause for blooming can be using too much aerosol. Use an aerosol between coats. It gives you a more controlled, even cure. Hold the can at least a foot from the surface and just mist it. Don't spray too much. Too much activator applied too close will definitely turn it white. The third cause is too much humidity in your shop. On a damp day, moisture in the air reacts with curing glue and it creates a milky film on the surface. When you end up with a bloomed coat, sand back through the grits until the bloom is gone, all the way to the wood if you have to, and then start over. I know it's not what you want to hear, but trying to buff through it only makes it worse. After the CA dries, sand the surface of the finish evenly before wet sanding. Now, it's time to bring out the shine. We'll wet sand these using these special sanding pads, working through each grit step by step with light pressure and water for a smooth, polished finish. Be sure to wipe away any sanding residue between pads so you don't carry scratches into the next step. Take your time here because the finish is what really makes your pen stand out. After wet sanding, apply a small amount of Yorkshire microfine polish wax or 1-step plastic polish to remove any possible scratches. At that point, you can also buff it. Acrylic blanks do not need a build-up finish the way wood blanks do. The material itself is the finish. All you're doing is removing the scratches and polishing it up to make it look as beautiful as it is. For acrylics, I sand with 320 to remove any tool marks. From there, we'll move back to the same wet sanding polishing pads we used earlier. but on acrylic, they're polishing the material itself to bring out that deep, crystal clear shine. The pads alone can get you a very good result, but the best practice is to use both compounds and pads together. Polishing compounds are chemical abrasives with a finer level of refinement. One rule that cannot be broken on acrylics is keep your RPMs down, no more than 2,000 during the final polish. High speed generates heat, and heat burns and can haze the acrylic fast. For the final step, use the acrylic buffing system. Use the right system, and this material will outshine anything else you put on the lathe. One more category before you decide which finish to use is food-safe products. Anything that comes in contact with food, bottle stoppers, kitchen utensils, anything like that that comes in contact, use a food-safe product. However, not all finishes qualify as food safe. The food safe options are Mahoney's Utility Oil, Food Safe Plus, Shellac Liquid, Shellac Glow, Shellac Cream, Traditional Wax, and Wax Stick. These are the ones you can use with confidence. However, read the label on anything else before it goes near food. Okay, let me pull all this information together for you. For a natural touch, use oil. It will feel like no other finish. For a warm look and feel, use wax. It's simple, water resistant, and reapplies easily when it wears. For a high gloss, use shellac friction polish. Shellac is a natural finish and a popular beginner's choice. For a traditional durable finish, use lacquer, beautiful and natural wood, and doesn't wear off for a long time. For my personal recommendation, use CA. It's permanent durability, superior gloss, and waterproof. It's worth mastering the application technique. The next pen you turn, before you do anything, answer those 3 questions. Question 1, do you want a high gloss finish or do you want a warm feel that looks natural? Question 2, how durable do you really need it to be? Question 3, what is your pen blank made of? That's the entire system. Everything else is just execution. Every product I use today is linked below and available at Penn State Industries. And until next time, happy turning.